Okay, so the question is, for children, is hypnotherapy okay, and from what age can it be okay? Really, I've seen chiropractors work on children. Hypnotherapists, they work on children too. I've worked with children. As long as you have the consent of the parent, the signed consent, which I teach in my program on hypnotherapy certification, then you're okay. You need to make sure they understand the language. That would be nice. Children are difficult to work with hypnotherapy. They'll squirm around in the seat. They'll hide from you under the blanket. They'll run behind the seat, and sometimes the parents haven't really disciplined them, and so they're not going to discipline them in that moment either. They're just going to say, "Oh, Johnny, you really shouldn't do that," but they're really not going to make them sit in the seat. So it can be a bit of a challenge. You have to get very creative when working with kids in hypnotherapy. You have to make it a game for them. Okay, I see you too. I'll bet I'll win if we play Who's the Stillest. I'm going to be really still. Let's see who can win. You get into games like that, so it can be a bit of a challenge. How young is too young with a child? Well, you want to make sure they understand the language you're speaking. I would say, 5 is a good age for that. Make sure your vocabulary, you're not speaking over them, and you want to make sure that you have the consent of the parent.